I think that would be funny to pull that out of nowhere.
I'd be just like,
you also can't see my shirt. It's Shooter.
Oh, that's a cool shirt. That is an awesome shirt.
Well, you can see him a little bit right there.
This behind the scenes, people, like, you can include this in the B-roll afterwards, but this is what we talk about.
Hello and welcome to the Krazecast, the podcast run by the fans for the fans that brings you close to the action. My name is Roxy, and today I'm joined by my fellow host, Jay.
Hi. To keep up with all our content, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at KrazMag, and YouTube, The Kraze. And
if you enjoy our content, please consider helping to support our organization through Ko-Fi. Our team is 100% volunteer-based, so any donation helps us a great deal. Head over to kofi.com/the Kraze, where you can donate however much you please. And we thank you ahead of time so much for your support.
And if you are watching this on YouTube, before we begin and get into the episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch our next episode, and hit the bell. It's like in the little corner somewhere for notifications for when we upload new videos. So how are you, Roxy? We're back.
It's been a while. It's been. Lucy just had to get a lot of her teeth pulled. So my dog was the highest thing I've ever seen for a day when I brought her back. I was worried. I was like,
the video that you sent, I was just like, is she okay?
I mean, like, she's fine now, but now she doesn't have any teeth.
Aww.
It's okay. Her food is soft, so she's chill. She's over there right now. She's sleeping, knocked over. Maybe I'll bring her in later, but she's comfy, so I don't want to.
We love doggos in the background. So I'm especially excited to talk about today's topic. I'm so excited. Like, I mean, this is probably the most hype I've been in a while to talk about this. So what are we talking about today, Roxy?
So we're going to do a new sort of segment where we do like an artist highlight kind of thing to go along with our column. Right now, our editor-in-chief, Mian, writes the column and chooses basically a comeback for a group to highlight everything that happened with them. It's almost like a Throwback Thursday, but like its own thing. So today we're going to talk about Stray Kids and the God's Menu comeback, and probably Backdoor also, since that's all kind of interwoven. And Jay loves God's Menu because that's when she
caught her off guard because she didn't know I had this.
I didn't know that was happening.
It's just like anyways.
Yeah, this is when this comeback is what got Jay into standing Stray Kids. So
like, for me, background, I've known of Stray Kids. Like, I think if you were very active when they debuted, like, you've heard of them. For me, it was one of those things, is like, I've always known about Stray Kids, but as soon as God's Menu came out, everybody was talking about it. And I didn't even watch it when it released. I think it took me a couple of days to even get to watching God's Menu. And so I was just like, okay, let me see what everybody's talking about. And then I understood everything after that. And I'm like, oh, I have to stand. This is amazing. And I just went down the rabbit hole of getting into Stray Kids. And I'm just like, yup. So I'm super excited to talk about God's Menu and what it is, and just
I feel like God's Menu, ironically enough, was like the song that like just threw Stray Kids into mainstream popularity, at least internationally. I remember when it came out, you know, like the scene with Felix, because like when he does the cooking like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin. First of all, I was like, yes, damn boy. I was like, hell yeah. But everybody that watched that was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like that too. I mean, obviously Felix's voice too. I was just like, whoa, where did this come from? Like, whoa. But like, when you even just the way how the song starts, it's just like, hold up, hold up, what's going on here? And I think that's what I appreciate about Stray Kids after getting into them fully. It's just like they're going to give you like something that it's just going to take you off guard. And I feel like Stray Kids are always outdoing themselves every single comeback. You know, obviously now that I've fully gotten into them and seen the progression of their career, it's like, oh shit. And now, like with God's Menu, I felt like there were other people who were reacting to it and getting into Stray Kids because of God's Menu. And I remember, I forgot who it was. I don't remember the YouTuber who I saw, but I totally agree. He said like this is the most gangster shit that Stray Kids has put out, and I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong. I kind of agree. Like honestly, it's a bop.
I'm contemplating that. I don't know what makes it gangster.
I guess in terms of the sound and like how it hypes you up, like I mean, Changbin is the first one who starts off the song, and like hearing him rap right off the go, it's just like, wait, I was totally not expecting it to sound like this, for him to go off just like that. We got teasers of it, and it was just like, okay, but you know that like it's like it's already like as soon as it said go, they went 0 to 100 at the very start, and I'm like, oh shit. Like I don't think I was prepared for that. And it's like it's different in terms of like I guess concepts of what they've done before in the past, so it's just like, whoa, that's cool. Like that is awesome. And the deep bass that flows, I was listening to it the entire time waiting for like us to get started, and I was just like, yeah. Like you, like there's that sense of energy, and like not necessarily, okay, I don't mean it like literally, but I want to fuck some shit up. Whenever I listen to this song, I was like, yeah, like let's go. I'm so energized just listening to the song. So if I see more hyper this episode, it's because I was on a listening binge. Sorry.
It's the thing though, like when the song starts, I kind of feel overstimulated because it just like it hits. The first thing
Yeah.
it does, I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm here
Yeah.
for. I'm trying
Yeah.
to chill.
So just to go into the article just a little bit that Mian wrote, this was released on June 17th, not 27. I was looking at the date of the year already. I was like, wait, no. And it was the first full-length album that God's Menu came back from for the Go Live album, which is, I mean, pretty awesome. I liked the music video a lot. How about you?
I think what made people talk about God's Menu so much was the way that the video was shot. And like, obviously, I'm not a professional. I studied a little bit of videography in college and stuff, but like, it's subtle. So like, if you're not looking for like a huge difference in it, you might not notice. But a lot of the way that they shot things was very like intricate and very interesting. So especially like I keep going back to Felix's part because there was so much about that part, both musically and in the video, that just sort of like made time freeze, if that makes sense. So first of all, you're like holy shit, because of his voice, but like when he comes in too, all of the rest of the song sort of stops. It all goes down to highlight him. Ow. Nice.
Be careful.
It quiets down to just like a little bit of bass to support his voice, so that all that comes out is like he should not have that deep of a voice. He's like 5. It's weird. But like it comes in and does that, and the way the video is shot, it's like moving and then it does like this and goes back. So it's doing like a zoom, but it's a very like, I don't want to say it's not like sudden, but it's fast, because I'm picturing it in my head. It just like, and it does it when after he says, so he says the I'm cooking like a chef of a 5-star Michelin, and then it goes in when he's finishing up. And it's just like the way that the video is shot is very impactful for those kinds of reasons. And Another one is when his like, I don't know why did Felix get so much FaceTime here, but the second one is when he's doing his second verse and they're moving to the side with the choreography, the video moves as well.
Mhm.
So that sort of like, I don't know, it's really cool, very intricate. And like, even if you don't know what the technical terminology is, you're like, damn, this is this is really well done.
That is called speed ramping. Shout out to Jordan Orm, who we previously interviewed before in his reaction. By the way, if you want to like learn more of the technicalities of it, I suggest go watching his reaction. But at a point he talks about the speed ramping, and that's that little thing that happens when it speeds up and then zooms out, and then like that. I was just like, holy shit. Yeah, I totally agree. Like the way how this music video was shot was just like, whoa, you don't really see this often. And there's like a lot of action. My favorite parts to the music video are obviously seeing them dance and all of that, but like it's the little, like you wouldn't even notice it unless like you either watch Jordan's video or like you're really paying attention to it. It's like there's a moment where I think even Backdoor does it, where like they're gonna do a motion and it transitions into like them in different clothing. There's a part that Han does during the first part right before they get into the chorus, where he lifts up his arm when he's in the or his hands in the kitchen, and then when he goes down, it like the lids of the pots go up, and as they transition down, it's the cars racing, and I'm just like, whoa, this is so cool. Like the visual effects of it all, it's just like, what did they do that was different from all their other music videos that is making it stand out this time? You know, it's just like, whoa, such a good music video.
I wonder too, because obviously I'm not proficient in any of this, how much of their video was like props in the background and how much of it was CGI'd. Because obviously the pops thing, that's CGI'd in for precision, but like some of the, if you know, the scenes where they were dancing, if those are CGI'd in, that's pretty lit, because they look pretty, you know, they look very 3D, if that makes sense.
Right. And then even getting to see all like the extras dancing along too, and how they're match cut in, and it's just like this, like you said, like there's so many things that are overstimulating in this music video, but it works so well, and it's just like they're fucking geniuses for this. What the hell?
Overstimulating is a good word, because there is a lot going on at all times.
I definitely agree. Like for me, it's just like Felix's parts are like the two parts that you're just like, let me go back real quick. I like that. But at the same time, it's just like you go back to this music video and you're learning something new every single time. It's like, oh, I didn't notice that the first time. Oh shit. More things are happening. What the hell? Like, this is a music video? What? But go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, right. I really like how they like utilized Felix's like vocal range as well, the way that they made it so impactful in the song, because I feel like they hadn't done that before. You know, like it was at least in any of their title tracks. But it's like the way that they sort of shaped the song around that impactful spot. I was like, damn, that is good.
And like you can't forget the iconic do part. Oh god,
my head hurts whenever I try to do that. They do it too fast.
They do, and it's just like how? But like I feel like that's also one of the catchiest parts of the song, because you know, like as soon as that happens, and then the bass just hits, it's just like, oh my god, this song is so hype, and I'm just like, how can you not feel energized listening to God's Menu?
The one thing that I do have issue with is the lyrics are kind of stupid.
I don't know. Like I haven't fully really read into the lyrics. I'm just like jamming out whenever it happens.
I mean, like, obviously it's not a deal breaker, because like one of my favorite songs ever is SF9's Fire, and those lyrics are fucking stupid. I don't think they could get any dumber. So like, it doesn't mean the song is bad. It's just like,
Well, like
You
I
know what
also
the
think,
song is about? It's like, we're so cool. But then they make like a cooking metaphor, and like literally the way the song opens is Changmin being like, "That's with him," and so it's like,
yeah,
it's like, I get it's a concept.
yeah. Well, maybe it's because I'm a cooking nerd too. So all the all the references of cooking and everything like that, and I'm just like, I see what you did there. I see what you did with these stuff. I was just like, I also oh darn it, I was gonna talk about it. You haven't watched it yet. How they remix this song with Blackpink's Do 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 for Kingdom. And like the things that they do there, it's just like, I mean, why aren't you gonna like, of course they're gonna monopolize on God's Menu. It's such a good song and it fits. So it's just like, but no, Roxy hasn't watched it yet. I will be on her ass on this for a while. Be like, can you watch it already, please?
Yeah, but you know, I just got Crunchyroll again, so
Yeah, you're
I
in
have.
your anime binge. Speaking of anime, with this particular album, they included the OST for the Tower of God anime manhwa that came out. So it's just like, oh, they included it. And that was pretty cool. So we got to hear that. And I haven't watched Tower of God, but I've heard good things about it. So the fact that Stray Kids is part of it too is just like, ooh, more incentive to watch. So just some more information that that came along with God's Menu is that um basically at the end of the article they talk about the legacy of what God's Menu is, and it debuted #1 on the Gaon Weekly Albums chart and peaked at #3 on the Billboard US Heat Seekers album chart, #4 on the Billboard US World Albums chart, #5 on the Gaon Monthly Albums chart, and #29 on the Billboard US Independent Albums chart, making this I'm quoting this directly from the article. The article was written by Mian, and it's making, and she says in the article, making this the best performing Stray Kids release to date. And I'm just like, they charted so many, but they did not get any year-end award nominations. And I'm like, why? I felt like God's Menu was everywhere.
We all know Mama's rigged. We've been known since G-Dragon pulled that shit up years ago. So
yeah, we've been knowing about that, but it's just like, why? Like, they were like, it boggles my mind that they got no end of the year like nods or nominations, and I'm just like, the song is so good.
Well,
it's
would you say that Stray Kids is one of those groups that's more internationally popular? Because I'm not opposed to them. I listen to their music, but I would not consider myself like a stan.
Oh, see, you know what? I haven't interacted, like, I haven't seen stories like, from the Korean side. They obviously do have a following. I think I mean, well, spoiler alert. Well, technically, if you don't know now, but I mean, enough popularity that well, see, I don't know if it's even if international fans also got to participate, but stays have a huge power in terms of like, that's how they got Stray Kids to win Kingdom, and I want to say they have a really good following in Korea, but obviously I see more of the international side because we are on the international side, if you get what I mean. So I'm seeing a lot, like, I felt like with God's Menu, I'm seeing a lot more, like, they did a lot more interviews with international outlets. So it's just like, they're there, and I felt like I see more of the international side, but I can't really make that distinction if, they're more popular internationally or, vice versa. Regardless, I think they get people to come out to their shows. People are consuming their content. They're getting the views. So regardless, Stray Kids is a group that people have to be looking out for. Like they are a big player in the game right now. So it's just like they're coming back by the time probably this episode releases, I think their new comeback will be already released, right? I think I have to look at the date.
Maybe, or it'll be around-ish.
It'll be around this, and so I'm super hyped up to see what this newest release is. They've been releasing little preview videos, which what they did for also the this album that God's Menu had of their upcoming songs, and there is a song Domino that is on that track, and they previewed banger already. I'm like, oh god, they like, what the fuck was this? But yes, I'm here for whatever they're gonna do, and I'm excited to see how this is gonna play out. And I'm gonna suspect that if I think Thunderous is the title for their upcoming comeback, I'm not gonna be surprised if this gets even faster views compared to God's Menu, in my opinion.
I mean, obviously they won Kingdom, so they're quite popular. And they're also the only boy group that is like super active at JYP right now. I mean, 2PM did have, a comeback, but
true.
No more GOT7.
But we'll be seeing them soon. Yeah, I feel like who are their active JYP groups? Yeah, you're right. They're the only active boy group right now. So, I mean, and we have to give credit to Three Racha. They produce a lot of what Stray Kids puts out, and rightfully so. These three are, well, all of the Stray Kids members are very talented, but there's something very, very special about Three Racha and the music that they do, that it's just like you guys give me a headache because you guys are so insanely good at what you do.
It makes me feel incompetent because
I
am like so much older than you, and yet
yeah, like I'm in my older 20s, but and I'm like, I feel like I'm not like doing what they're doing. It's just like, damn, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Can I just say, because I occasionally get Stray Kids content, especially on TikTok, the way that the children talk about Bang Chan makes me uncomfortable because he is so much younger than me.
You know what? I am the person who refuses to download that app on her phone because I know the rabbit hole that app is. So I refuse to get on this app and consume it. So I don't know what's going on in here. But I'm just like, I mean, well, technically we were once there too.
I know. It's just like, how people make jokes about like Ratmon being dad? Yeah, they're doing that with Bang Chan, and worse things, because you know how it be. I don't want to say it because it makes me uncomfortable. The word itself makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I'm not about it, but like, it's weird to me because I'm like, you're like my youngest cousin's age, and like people are calling you dad. What does that make me? Am I grandma now?
I mean, we had this debate last week too, so I think it's just one of those things where we show our age a little bit, and so it's just like, whoa. But at the same time, we were once there, so it's just like, it's weird. It's a weird dynamic to be in when you're now an older fan, and then you're seeing that, and it's just like, you're a kid, but he's also a kid. Well,
honestly,
not.
I feel like if I met any of the Stray Kids members, I would like demand respect because I'm like, you are so young. Show me some respect, child.
I mean, I don't. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember their ages off the top of my head. Like,
Three Racha, at least Han and Changbin are 2000 liners.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Aren't they all at this point then?
Bang Chan is a 97 liner, and he's the oldest one.
Okay, it's not terrible.
No, I measure my life based on my youngest cousin. So like,
oh, okay.
which is a 97
wait,
liner.
but it's just like, are they like, well, technically they're all of them are in their 20s. So it's a weird dynamic. Yes. Cause like sometimes, when they debut at a younger age, you tend to see them there. So I mean, I get it. But
an example of that is the maknae, Jungin.
Yes.
They're like making him sexy now. I'm like, bro just turned 18. Like he was born in 2002.
I remember when he had braces.
He was born after 9/11. Like I can't make this work in my head.
Oh gosh. Yeah. When you put it in that perspective, it's like, wow, that's right. He's such a baby. He's such a little brother. So it's just like, yeah, I get it. I understand. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, we were kids once. We were younger like that. I mean, we're still young, but you get what I mean.
It's a different kind of young. It's a pay taxes young.
Yes. Things that you can't get away with as easily young. And the pain in the joints young still.
Oh God, my back hurts all the time. It never doesn't hurt. It's the worst. Stop slouching when you're in school.
Oh God, you just called me out. I'm slouching right now. Oops. But yes, it's just going back to it, like God's Menu, I'm just still boggled at the fact that it didn't get any music show wins. It didn't get any nominations for end of year awards. And I'm like, why? The song is so good. And it's just like, there's something like, I don't know, I guess it's like, relating it back to the whole food thing. They put their whole damn foot in this, song and in this album. And it's just like, it deserves more recognition, in my opinion.
You mean like in terms of like the music charts? Because everybody I know was like, this is like the best song they've ever done. So
like music charts, like yes, but it's just like the fact that they didn't get other recognitions aside from that. It's just like, it's definitely a missed opportunity because this boy group is a powerhouse in itself, and it's just like, I just want them to receive all the good things. As we do with the groups that we stand, we just want good things for them. And I'm really, really hoping that this upcoming comeback is just gonna blow. Like, I mean, God's Menu and Backdoor is a hard thing to, like, it's already up there, and to blow that out of the water and outdo that, it's just like, I know that the pressure's on, but I just have really, like, I just want to be positive about it and just hoping for the best. And I mean, it's another full album, so I'm just like, yes, more songs to consume, more things to have on repeat, in my opinion. I mean, Backdoor was awesome as well, and that was the continuation of God's Menu.
I still think God's Menu is better, to be honest.
I liked Backdoor, but I have to agree, I would choose God's Menu over Backdoor, but probably Backdoor would be like my second or third favorite song from Stray Kids. Like, Miro is such a good song from their older albums. It's just like, oh, you can't deny Miro and how good that song is.
I can. That's not my sound. So
I guess I understand. For me it's God's Menu, then Miro, and then Backdoor. And I think I also just have a soft spot for Backdoor too, because it was like the first real comeback that I participated in. Like, that was a follow-up after God's Menu. And so it's just like, oh, it's so good. More other references to their lore. And I think how they shot that music video as well was genius. More CGI compared to God's Menu, but I was just like, I like the whole like knocking thing, and then how they, like, once the chorus hits, it's just like, oh, giving me the same things that God's Menu gave me. So it's just like, okay, they got this. Oh God, other good songs off that album too. Easy's a good one. Tortoise in the Hair is really good off that album.
Easy's my jam. That's my kind of shit.
so
Like
good.
I would say I'm more of a Three Racha stan than I am a Stray Kids stan. I much prefer the music that Three Racha does themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There was a period of time I was like, that was like all I was listening to.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, like again, Three Racha, musical geniuses. Honestly, they're so good, and it's just like so unfair because it makes me feel inadequate. Because I'm just like, I want to be like you in terms of being so successful and producing good music. Ugh.
When I was that age, I didn't know what the fuck I want to do with my life. I don't know how these kids know that so soon.
No, like I was just like, damn. Like I like the drive that these groups nowadays have and the talent that is coming out. Yeah, sure, there's like so many groups out right now and like debuting. It's just like there's a reason why they're debuting. They're really good and talented. And then on top of this, you have these like Spitfire raps with Three Racha. The music that they create is just insane, and it's just like they're the whole package. And yet it's just like more. I want more people to get into Stray Kids. And I wouldn't have even been into Stray Kids had it not been for one of our former coworkers, yes, off the magazine, and she just like, no, you have to do it, like listen, sit down, listen to it. And I'm just like, as soon as it happened, I'm like, oh, it has begun.
Yeah, you kind of need that push, don't you?
Yeah, like I feel like that's happened with like a lot. Like that's how you kind of get into groups. It's just like, no, listen to it. Like trust me, listen to it. And I'm just like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll give this group a chance. I just sat there. I think the first album that I listened to that was not the God's Menu album, the Go Live album, was Miro. So it's just like, oh, I have been missing out the entire time. Why did I get into them sooner? And now I'm just like, when are they going to come back? When are tours going to come back so I can see them live? Because I've missed every chance back then.
They're pretty lit live. I saw them at KCON New York.
Did they ever come? I don't think they ever came. Did they come to LA? I don't remember seeing them on the LA lineups.
I don't remember. This was 2018, I think. So
I don't remember.
I have like a banner and it even has Woojin's name still on it. So that aged like milk.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Rough. Yeah. So it's just like after that, like for me, I've been on a personal goal. Is like, I need to like get all of their albums now. I'm fully invested. I'm here. Like full send. I'm here. I'm in that fandom. Like I said, like Roxy, like I had to like find this. Like I was just like, where am I gonna find this? I did spend a pretty penny on this, but yeah. Going back to it, it's just like if you haven't seen Stray Kids God's Menu, or if you're wanting an introductory, I think this is a great song for people to like really be exposed to Stray Kids and then go further down later on because they have other great albums and songs. But I think like you mentioned, I think that this song just blew up everywhere. And I think if you haven't seen it already, definitely check the song out and the music video, because there's a lot of color and flavor that comes with God's Menu that you're just like, oh shit, okay, let me check them out further. So, like I said, stand Stray Kids, or just watch it, please.
And like, as a person that spent most of my life hating things that were popular because I had to be edgy as a teenager, there's a reason that everybody was talking about this. It's not, it's not undeserved popularity. There's a reason it's really good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do agree. I think it's a good introduction to Stray Kids, especially if you're like, if you want to see their new comeback, it's a good place to start.
Right. I think it's like if you want to, while you're waiting for this new comeback, it's like a good introductory. I think you get to see all the members shine throughout the song as well. So it's just like, get ready. If you're going to listen to them in big headphones like me, lower the volume just a little bit because you're not prepared for that bass that's going to eventually kick in. But I wish nothing but the best for Stray Kids. Like, I'm so excited for what they have in store. Like I said, these kids are out for blood and they're here. They're like, no, I'm going to make I'm going to make it worth it. There we go. And Wolfgang is also on this album. So I'm excited. Listen to God's Menu while you wait, because yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get you off of your Stray Kids horse before you keep going. So
Sorry.
I'm sure you could go all day.
I really could. Sorry.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our underrated artist segment for this week. And this week I have chosen LIGHTSUM as our new rookie artist. They are the latest girl group from Cube Entertainment that just debuted a few months ago with their single, Jesus Christ, what was the name of the single? Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yes, they debuted with their single Vanilla, which was very different, I would say, from the other girl group debuts that we've gotten from Cube Entertainment, they're not doing great right now after it was announced that Soojin is leaving G-Idol. Everybody is hating on Cube, which is not new. This has been happening forever. So
yeah, but we want to give these girls their moment, their time to shine. I'm kind of sad that like it's an actual single and we didn't get like another track at least, but I did check them out yesterday. Yes, Jay did her homework. They're like, I'm not mad. Like, I was just like, oh, okay, I can get into them. Like, I like this. I thought the song was super sweet. Well, Vanilla, I thought the song was super sweet. They look really good. There was one member, I think it's, oh gosh, I'm gonna get her name wrong probably. Is it Juhyun that participated in like the unit? I know she participated for sure in the unit. I don't know if she did any of the produce series, but such a talented girl, and seeing her grow up and finally debut, it's just like, yay. So good. I was rooting for her, and she's such a good dancer too, but at the same time it's just like I felt like I couldn't see like I felt like the music video cut too fast that I can't see certain members.
That drives me crazy. They did that with the Monster X latest comeback. I was like, I can't see anything. I'm going blind.
Like, I was just like, wait, I'm trying to get to know who these ladies are and like, who, like what they look like and who they like, like actually get to know them. But I'm like, wait, it's happening so fast that I don't know. Like, wait, I see one member and then it transitions so fast. And I'm like, dang it, I just want to know who you guys are.
But yes, to support your point, it was Juhyun who was on the unit. And then a couple of the other members were in Produce 48. It was Chowon, Nayoung, and Yujong. They finished pretty high. It looks like 13, 21. Well, not 51, but 13 and 21st place. Not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of them probably almost made Eyes One.
Yeah, they could have. Right?
Yeah,
they could have. And I mean, I think this girl group, like, they have so much potential, in my opinion. The song itself, there's a moment where like they go into a dance break and I'm like, oh, I can mess with this I like. But it's not overly sweet, it's not overly bubblegummy, and I don't really like, I'm not hating it, but that's not my preference in terms of girl group songs. So like what they released with Vanilla, I was just like, oh, I can get behind this. It's a shame that it's only a single, because I want to know more. And I think I say this a lot about a lot of groups that we highlight. It's just, I need more. I need to know more of your color as a group, so I can see that, where's the versatility at? What type of other sounds are you guys interested in doing? So it's just like, hurry up and make a comeback, please. I actually really like this girl group, in my opinion.
Yeah, and as someone that doesn't like the bubbly shit either from the girls, it was a surprisingly good like summer comeback that wasn't too much of that. So there was that, but it wasn't like the whole thing. So
Right.
yeah. And
Like,
if you compare it to G-Idol, you know, they were the last girl group that Cube debuted. They got a mini album to debut with. So I don't know if Cube was just like, experiment, we're doing one song or something like that.
yeah.
But
I think they just want to test the waters of how well this girl group is going to be received. So I understand that. I see that, but I'm just excited for more now. I did like, um not really a pink person per se, or like bright pastel-y, says the one that has purple nails. Like I wasn't too big on the color, but you know what? It was super cute that I'm just like, you know what? I would wear some of these outfits that they're wearing. Not gonna lie, their outfits are really cute. So I think these girls came in prepared, and some of the girls have had experience in terms of doing these shows. So they like, I mean, I don't know how long these girls have been training. I know Juhyun has been training since she was like 13, and um I don't remember how long ago the unit was, so definitely now she's just like, I'm excited for her. She's the one member I know because obviously I've watched the unit. So I'm I'm wondering what this girl group's going to come out next, because we got to see the bright, like, cheery type of concept from them.
I think we should go full metal for the next one.
I mean, I know that's all you. I know you're waiting for something screamo to happen, so even more. So I know that that's all Roxy's lane, that she wants to see more punk rock, like screamo type of thing. Just bring out the full goth.
I need me some heavy metal. There's not enough of that in this K-pop world.
I mean, imagine a K-pop group coming out similar to Baby Metal. That would be awesome.
That'd be lit. I love Baby Metal. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm just like, oh, I would be full on hands on deck in supporting if that ever happens. But yes, LIGHTSUM gets a positive yes from me. I'm excited to see what this girl group. They're young. They're a new group, so hopefully more opportunities. Don't let this girl group fade out, please.
Yeah, you're in hot water, Cube, so you better get your shit together somewhere.
Oh God, like, just please don't let these girls fizzle out. I know that there's a huge market right now, but I don't want this girl group to just lose itself amongst the other groups that are out there. Please, I'm hoping for the best. And their name is cute, LIGHTSUM. I was like, oh, wouldn't have thought about that, but that's actually a really cute name. I like it. So
a lot easier than G-Idol.
In terms of like typing too, it's just like, wait, I forget where things go whenever I type their name. But praying that Cube does not mess this girl group up.
Yeah, that's a tall order. Yeah, we all know.
Let's see. But yes, listen to LIGHTSUM, give them a chance, be on the lookout for what they have in store. They're pretty active on their YouTube channel, I saw. I didn't click into any of the videos, but they're pretty active there. So definitely, I think they have a lot more behind the scenes and like other like covers, I'm assuming, and practice videos. So yes, there's other content for you to consume aside from just the single as of right now. At least there's that. Anyways.
True. All right, so I think we're good to wrap up. Any final thoughts?
Well, to finally close off on this, can you just like please give Stray Kids a chance if you haven't already, and also give LIGHTSUM a view, or check them out if they, you never know, you might be into this girl group. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode. It's the second episode. Thank you. Oh, I want to say thank you to everybody who has viewed the first episode so far and liked the video. We really appreciate it. Please, again, like, if you're listening to this, please jump over to the YouTube video that this episode is on. And bless you. I saw that. That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, thanks for drawing attention to the fact that I just sneezed off camera.
know what? It's getting captured. So
that's fair. Yeah. I guess Jay said it all. I don't really have any final thoughts because I'm not a Stray Kids stan, so I don't feel the need to push the agenda.
I will.
It's a good song. You know, they're a good group. They're worth checking out. So, and we will be covering their newest comeback. So if you are interested to see what our writers have to think about their comeback, that will be on our website and on our social media channels. And we are also available on all platforms. So be sure to give us a follow and give us a rating and such.
And to close off, again, we said it in the beginning and on today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for instant notifications for whenever we upload. And just catch us on our next episode. I let us know how you're liking this video format. We really appreciate all the comments, all the likes, everything like that. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, so this has been the Krazecast, and we'll see you all next episode.
Bye.
Bye-bye.